Special appreciation to our esteemed viewers watching us on this platform every day. Still bystanders at Newsstands with your only Michael Adekunle. Let's quickly check out what we have on today's edition of this program. The journals here. Boko Haram threats against Buhari empty boast, says military. Boko Haram's threats against Buhari empty boast, says the military. Urges international community to block funding sources for terrorists. Urges international community to block funding sources for terrorists. President condemns attacks on Adamawa, vows to rout insurgents soonest. Banks record loan growth on CBN lending policy. Banks record loan growth on CBN lending policy. Transactions on domiciliary accounts not prohibited, says Apex Bank, that's the Zenith Bank. Federal government probes video of threatened West African minority in Delta. Southwest states to pass a Amotekun bill this week. Southwest states to pass a Amotekun bill this week. Moving to Nigerian Tribune newspaper with a very, very good major headline, which reads, as Borno fasts today, as Borno fasts today, aggressive campaign to rout Boko Haram imminent, says President Muhammadu Buhari. Aggressive campaign to rout Boko Haram imminent, Buhari says. Ekweremadu presents bill on state police tomorrow. Ike Ekweremadu presents bill on state police tomorrow. Community policing fraudulent, he says. Community policing fraudulent, that's what Ekweremadu is saying. Yeah, 4 people fall into poverty every minute. Nigeria set to miss SDGs. 96 million citizens living in abject poverty. Wow. 96 million of Nigerians living in abject poverty. Amotekun concept not to take Southwest out of Nigeria, says Akeredolu. Amotekun concept not to take Southwest out of Nigeria, says Akeredolu. Bill for simultaneous public hearing today. Bill for simultaneous public hearing today. Vigilante stops kidnappers on Abuja-Lokoja highway. Vigilante stops kidnapper on Abuja-Lokoja highway. Oshiomhole must get permission to visit Edo, says Obaseki. Oshiomhole must get permission to visit Edo, says the incumbent governor of Edo State, Obaseki Godwin. Ondo targets over 500 billion naira investment from Deep Seaport project. Ondo targets over 500 billion naira investment from Deep Seaport project. Moving to another one here. Zenith Bank's profit after tax crosses 200 billion naira mark. Wow, very interesting. Financial payoff unacceptable. Sacked LG chairman, tell Makinde. And the last story on the front page of Nigerian Tribune newspaper, killing of Remo Stars footballer Abiodun promises justice. All right, we won't go beyond this on the front pages of these two journals, the Day newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune. Let's quickly join our reviewers for more analysis. Still bystanders at Newsstands with Michael Adekunle. I'll be right back. This day newspaper we have military saying something very crucial here. And what are the military personnel saying here? Boko Haram's threat against President Muhammadu Buhari empty boast. Now it seems in this area the military are boasting, while they are saying that the Boko Haram members are boasting. Now, what do you see to it?
That's very good. It's a good development. They're getting it right. If they could go after him at Asurok there and get him killed, that is good.
Wow.
You said you are going to kill these people. You are going to finish them under 6 months. Now they are becoming apprehensive. It is better to attack the presidency. That is what is going to send good message to the entire country that we don't have ruler, we don't have security doing anything. They have monetized the institution, military in Nigeria has been monetized over the years. So if really they are living up to expectation, Man, they wouldn't just come out and say something like that while nothing, it's been done. So I think Boko Haram insurgency, they are having upper hand. The best thing they should do now is to target Buhari and kill him, as they said.
Urges international community to block funding sources for terrorists. Wow. Now, it seems some persons, or let me say the world, is aware that Boko Haram is being sponsored by some international communities or some countries.
Yeah, it seems it's true, because I know that ISIS started from, ISIS, that's Islamic States, you understand, from Middle East. It started when uprising in Egypt in 2011 started, then uprising in I think Oman, Yemen, no? Oman, Syria's uprising, and what do you call it, Libya, okay. Uprising. Libya is in North Africa, but still among the Middle East countries. Okay. So the funding started there when I know that America trained those rebels, Libyan rebels, to oust out Gaddafi. Okay. So, but after they ousted Gaddafi, ousted Hussein Mubarak, Egyptian president, there was serious seriously fighting in Syria. Then now they had upper hand. Okay. They now re-strategized and came out with this platform, ISIS. So the funding is from Middle East. I'm aware that Iran is sponsoring ISIS. What about Boko Haram? Boko Haram gave birth. No, ISIS gave birth to Boko Haram.
Which means some Islamic states are involved.
Yes, are involved.
Just heard it now. No, the international community saying that international community should stop funding the terrorist group called Boko Haram. Now, what do you have to say concerning this?
We don't know. Whatever one is doing, there's always this underpinning. Boko Haram, or ISO, whatever you call them, or terrorist group, they must have sponsors. But you ask yourself, what are the aims and objectives of these sponsors and the people that are being used to perpetrate this evil? I've weighed and considered this thing. I found out that they don't have anything objective. They are just, I call them bloodsuckers.
Bloodsuckers?
Yeah. And in Nigeria today, you cannot just point one particular thing what they are fighting for. When you talk about religion, the weapons, religion per se, they don't have authority. Okay. They cannot just say they saw Muhammad or this. I've asked a lot of people this question. Is Muhammad a Muslim? Most Muslims, they don't want to answer this thing. So as I asked some Christians, is Jesus Christ a Christian? They have not answered. I've told them, show me in the Bible where Christ said I'm a Christian, and show me in the Quran where Muhammad said I'm a Muslim. And so both Muhammad and Jesus Christ were sent by the Lord Almighty. And the Almighty Creator is not a Muslim, is not a Christian. So why are you people fighting? What are the intention of fighting? Then when you talk about Boko Haram means you are about Western education. The gun you're using is made by the Western people. Most of the things you disseminate to the people are even from Western people. These are technology from Western people. The things you use are from the West. So why the hypocrisy? Why the pretense? So those people who are sponsoring Boko Haram, also and so on, I don't think they have any genuine intention. They don't. Because if they have any genuine intention, by now they would have won the fight. And so I see them as thugs. I see them as miscreants. I see them as wicked people. When you want to, you don't have the part of the government and so on, you just have to call them to see how you can take power. By the time you use them, they are left alone.
No. Something happened in Adamawa State during the weekend where Boko Haram, destroyed a lot of properties, you know, also killed people.
You call it property, I call it churches. Boko Haram burnt every church at sight in Adamawa State just over the weekend. It's all too obvious that there was no mosque there. That was the argument yesterday, because the whole properties that were burnt are churches, no mosque. Then let me buttress my brother's point, who was asking Christians if Jesus Christ himself was a Christian or a Muslim. That question is so irrelevant, spiritually and physically. Jesus Christ is a God, God Almighty himself, Son. God's Son that was sent down from heaven by God to represent him. Jesus Christ was the Lord God then in the likeness of man, and now he is. He's not a religious person. Christianity is not a religion. Religion is man's own method of approach to God. Religions are paganism, Shintoism, Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism. Are you listening to me? Hindu is a religion, traditional, African traditional religion. You know it. So Jesus Christ himself is God in the likeness of man who came down to earth. Christianity is not a religion. So the cause and objectives we are talking about, they are fighting for. They are trying to Islamize the whole Middle East. They want to carve it out. Let me spell it out for you. Egypt, Libya, some part of Tunisia, Iran, Iraq, some axis from Syria and Turkey, and call them Islamic states. That was their own objectives when they started after Austin Mubarak and Libyan strongman Gaddafi in 2011. I'm just telling you, they want to carve the whole Middle East and call it Islamic states, ISIS. So now ISWAP is Islamic. ISWAP is Islamic State of West African Province. That was what, you know, they harnessed themselves with Boko Haram. They merged together. They are fighting here. Jesus Christ shouldn't come into this question. The idea of asking people is Muslims if Muhammad is a Muslim or Christian, I don't like it. I don't see it as a point here. Because Muslim himself, Muhammad himself, you know him now, Mohammedanism. People that are following him, that are so, you know, the fanatics, Muhammad fans, they are there in the history there. Do you understand? Mohammedanism is his own principle and ideology. He came and he died. Do you understand? And he went to whatever place he believed that he is now. I don't know. But all I know is that Christian and Muslims, we are not serving same God. I tell you. If we are serving same God, Allah himself would have sent somebody who will win this war for them and tell them, look, you can't fight for me. I fight for myself. God himself sent Jesus Christ. Go and tell them, stop sacrificing human being. Stop sacrificing human being. Use your blood and do the final sacrifice. And Jesus Christ came here and accomplished that promise.
Pastor Raphael.
From God.
Reverend
Raphael has said it all.
And Mike, maybe let me explain to you. Maybe my friend did not grasp what I said.
Okay.
I was trying to remove religiosity from what people are using to fight one another. If he had understood me very well, Jesus Christ and Muhammad came from same source.
From same source.
That's right. That's right. If you examine Muhammad's message,
okay,
Islam means submission to the will of Allah.
To the will of God.
Yeah. I use Allah because of it. Now, if you look at Jesus Christ's message, he said, do the will of my Father.
Which is God.
That is the Almighty Creator. I repeat, and I repeat, Christianity is a religion.
Okay.
No, Islam is a message. Muslim, these are religions. They have turned the pure and simple message from those who brought it into religion. When Christ left, they turned his message to religion. That's why I said both of them came from the same place, but Christ is the Son. Muhammad is like a forerunner. I don't want to put this thing straight. I have to explain this. Let me keep it this way.
I call him Afar Chooks.
No. Let me explain this thing. I'm coming. Excuse me. I'm coming.
No, let me correct him. Let me correct him. Excuse me.
Respect to you. I'm not arguing.
I'm even ready to answer him, but
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing. I'm explaining myself. and I'm not crossing. Excuse me. I'm explaining myself. Excuse me. Listen to me now. I have never belittled you. What I'm making is my own opinion. If you like it, take it. If you like it, leave it. And most times I make conscious explanation based on your maturity. If you teach a boy of 10 years, you cannot go and teach him biology. You teach him nature study, that's what you learn, or technology, what they call it. Until the boy gets matured, the brain gets matured, you now begin to teach them. So these things are fragmented. I might have gotten information which you have not gotten, and I'm giving it to you. So my discussion is not based on arguing. If you want to argue, we know where to argue. So I keep on explaining. That's why I said the main reason why must they fight because of Muhammad or Christian, where they do not have the thorough understanding of what they came. You understand me? If the religion is what is bringing us problem, is in this particular area now.
The major obstacle to the progress of Nigeria is religion.
And the ethnicity is just another thing. So why are they fighting? Most of them did not see Muhammad. Most Christians today who are fighting did not see Jesus Christ. They are all word of word what you read. But gradually, if you look at the present day happenings, you will know what Christ, what you had. Understand me? That is happening today. So today, what we are lacking today, I repeat, is sincerity of purpose. Number two, we don't have this love for one another. We don't have it. If you have love, if whatever your pursuit in life, do not hurt any other person. You don't have it. And so we find it difficult to grow. We never grow. For those countries that have love and understanding, they progress towards greater heights.
You are right. You are right. What's your contribution? You are right. You see, this man is right. I don't know the religion that he belongs to, but me, I'm a Christian. Okay. You know, the only word that he mentioned that I really appreciate is that love. That love. That's what Jesus Christ preached. You know, in the time of Jesus Christ, people started asking Jesus, how can I make heaven? How can I do this? How can I make heaven? Jesus Christ, you know, when we say we love God, God that you did not see, how can you love God? Jesus Christ made them to understand that if you love your neighbor as yourself, it's okay now. This man, when you love your brother as yourself, you have loved God. You know, the other thing is this. They are now asking that, how can I love my brother? You know, you see this kind of question is this. It's a question that many people don't understand. You see, now, Jesus Christ make them to understand that.
So let's quickly digress. Let's divert to another topic. Because we are bringing religious issues to what we are saying now. What the headline says, Boko Haram's threat against Buhari empty boast, says the military.
Excuse me. Boko Haram threat to Buhari is not an empty boast, it's reality. Okay. If Boko Haram want to enter Asrock now, they will enter Asrock now. Where we are Nigerian military, day before yesterday, when they block Adamawa, operate for 6 hours, nobody.
Church is down.
6 hours. 6 hours. Went to military base. Went to military base. Military run away. Where is the military? Brutal. He's a coward. Brutal is a coward.
He's a motherfucker.
Brutal is a coward. He's a chicken. He cannot act. Let him walk out from that post.
6 hours.
6 hours.
He's not a coward.
Wait. Don't interrupt me. He's a coward.
Hold on. Let him learn.
No, let me finish up.
What did you say? Do you know why he's not a coward? Because that is his belief.
To comply with this issue.
You know why he's not a coward? I'm not against you. The reason why he's not a coward, because that is his faith. Yes, that is what he believes. He did not believe in Christian. That is why he's enjoying killing Christian and he's enjoying it.
The chief of army staff?
Yes, it's not a coward. That is his intention.
That Boko Haram should be burning churches, killing people.
Carry me go anywhere. He like it. Yes, he's driving. His life happiness. He's supporting Boko Haram.
Now, you see what they're saying
Fine.
in Islam and Christianity. People say Christians are fighting. How many Christians have carried gun against Islam?
Can you give me 1 minute? A lady take drug to Saudi Arabia, and this lady was rescued by the president of Nigeria. While Leah was there, nobody rescued him. Why did the president go to Saudi Arabia to rescue a woman that carried drugs to Saudi Arabia? Why did he rescue her? Why did he rescue her? My prayer is every day that God, if you are God, divide this nation. Let Nigeria, let Igbo go, let Hausa go, let Yoruba go. That's my own intention.
All right, right. If you have something to say.
Let me correct an impression.
Okay.
Number one, most Nigerians say things without looking at it from the proper perspective. The lady did not carry any drug.
What did they carry? Shit.
Is that what?
What did he carry? He carry shit. He carry shit. What did he carry? Carry sand. Some newspaper carry everything. My friend, I don't like the way you are telling. You are saying your own opinion is completely out of the truth. Your own opinion is completely out of the truth. I'm not angry. I'm not annoying.
I'm not finished.
I'm not annoying.
The lady did not carry any drug. This is a case where people are being accused innocently. Number two, I'm coming. Number two, I'm coming. Number two, the Leah Sharibu case. Even those of them that are shouting now, I say don't even have understanding what is happening. It's what they read from newspaper. They come and discuss. So most things I say here, if I don't have a grasp or thorough understanding, I only say this is my own opinion. I'm not stamping on authoritatively on a particular issue. So I will advise.
Let us express ourselves. Let us express ourselves. The threat of Boko Haram is not ordinary threat. Nigeria don't have defense. Nigeria don't have military. Since Nigerian army have created, how many times Nigeria have gone foreign war and win? Except peacekeeping force, all of them will back up. If not ECOMOG, do you know that Nigeria were defeated in Liberia? Nigeria have defeated in Liberia. Now, as what my brother says, I agree in one part that Brunei is joining clinic Christians. But what of going to Boko Haram, going to military camp, dislodge the military, and go? You see, Buhari, the truth will come out. One day on Buhari, the truth will come out who he is. The truth will come out who is ruling Nigeria. The truth will come out one day between Muslims and Christians. The truth will come out one day. The injustice mandate to non-Hausa Fulani. The truth will come out one day. This service chief, they are the one that ruling Nigeria, not Buhari.
You have something to say.
Yes. After much fighting and rough handling ourselves here, let me just put this point straight. We should talk like people with good information for the members of the public. When you talk, be very, very constructive. When you talk, be constructive. When you talk, be constructive on your arguments, please. Let me chip this point. Do you think we have military in Nigeria?
There's no military.
We don't have military in Nigeria. What we have in Nigeria is Fulani militia.
That's all.
Militia. Nigerian military has been infiltrated by Fulani herdsmen, Fulani tribes, Boko Haram. Do you know? Haven't you learned what happened at Ueli, local government Delta, whereby military joined hands together, forces together with Fulani herdsmen and killed 11 farmers and buried them. Those farmers buried were exhumed last week. Their bodies were exhumed. They went to morgue and under autopsy. They found out it was military bullets. Do you think that if Brutai is really mean business, brother? Let me tell you, when Ejirika was here, General Ejirika was a Christian. You don't give it to Muslim to be the chief of general or army staff to go and fight Muslim. Fellow Muslim. It is wrong. Look at us. We have brains. You have brain. I have brain. That man there should be a Christian so that he will fight with zeal. He will fight with zeal.
It has been politicized.
Thank you. It has been politicized, monetized as well. How do you think Mr. Brutal will be brutal against those Muslims? No, they are his brothers. Buhari will never ever be brutal to Muslims because they are his brothers. Boko Haram's insurgents, all of them terrorists, they are Buhari's brothers.
And this one
He's enjoying the pastime. We call it pastime. What is happening there is just ordinary pastime. It's a game. Buhari is enjoying it. Don't you know the meaning of pastime? It's a game.
Chooks, you have something to say.
That's right. You see, like I keep on saying, I don't discuss issues based on sentiment. I discuss issues based on facts. I don't think that Brutai will send somebody, the military, to go and kill somebody. Number one, I know that military has been polluted. You understand me?
But there's something I want to say. Just like what happened in Adamawa State.
That's right.
6 hours.
6 hours operation.
I published the story also.
I explained to you before that we need to train our military. They might have been trained. They might have been trained on local things, fighting, shooting the gun, but fighting terrorism, we don't know it. You understand this thing very well. America, listen, America today, they have all the departments of. That's why if you go to the police station, you have the CID, you have those people who can handle so many things. If you go and take somebody who has no knowledge about insurgency or terrorism, they will defeat him.
But these
them but
these people are not high technological terrorists. They are not
local terrorists.
I still call them local terrorists.
That's why I'm telling you today that most people who are talking are always castigating Brutai, Buhari, this person. They have not come up with solutions because they listen to what we are saying. Come up with one solution. I keep on repeating. Government should try and buy ammunition for the military. Government should go for training. They should now ask for other people to help us fight this thing. Americans ask other countries to fight terrorism. They ask other people, that's what they call allied. Buhari should not sit down and say he can do it alone. It's not possible. They should go and look for other people, other West African countries, and bring their own soldiers around to fight this thing.
Now the question is for how long? Because these people,
what is not how long?
Because these people are upgrading.
It's not how long now. It's not how long now. What matters is that did you decimate the thing?
They did. America came here one time to help Nigeria to fight Boko Haram. When they came, they found that the Nigerian army are corrupted. They went back. Chad, Cameroon, and all those people, they wanted to fight Boko Haram together with Nigeria. They found Nigerian army are corrupted. They can't risk their army.
No.
They fled. Yes, they fled. They left Nigeria.
I don't take such thing. They did not find any Nigerian army being corrupted. They didn't find any Nigerian soldier corrupted.
Why they left?
Now,
Then they were righteous. The man said they were righteous. They were holy. That's what man said. Yeah, they were righteous. They were holy.
I have it. Buhari said he can fight the team themselves.
That is he fighting it now.
Is he fighting it now?
No, is Buhari fighting it now? Is Buhari fighting it now? Mr. Chus, answer me. Is Buhari fighting it now?
The Chadian army, they are one of the best in Africa right now. The Chadian army, they are the best in Africa right now. The Chadian army. Nigeria is one of the biggest nations in Africa, but we have a population of army officers that were Chadians, but Chadians are well trained. What we need to fight Boko Haram is intelligence, not just going to fight with God. Intelligence. You have to plant military people inside Boko Haram. That's how America will defeat terrorism. You have to plant.
Boko Haram was planted into Nigerian army. Instead of Nigerian army to plant into Boko Haram, Boko Haram was planted into Nigerian army. Then using Nigerian information of Nigerian army.
Okay, let me tell you. Excuse me, Oga. Have you forgotten what happened in 1989-90? When Nigeria Nigerian military led the rest of West African
to Liberia.
forces to Liberia.
And Congo.
They now unite forces that came out as ECOMOG.
Yeah.
ECOMOG was one time led by Colonel Badibe from Niger State and Joshua Dogoyaro. They performed wonderfully. Those guys, they are the best. Nigerian military were the best before. They arrested the situation in Liberia under Samuel Doe. And within a couple of months, not up to 3 months, Samuel Doe was apprehended and humiliated and finally killed. They restored peace to that country. Nigerian military before was the best among the ECOWAS community. We have the best military. But what we have now, I still maintain it. Nigerian military merged together with Fulani herdsmen because an Islamist has taken over leadership of this country. Buhari is a raw Islamist, fundamentalist.
The Boko Haram soldiers who have given amnesty, some of them are inscripted into the military, Nigerian military. That's what they did. It's not like they merged. The Boko Haram soldiers that say they don't want to fight anymore. You understand? No, they might say they don't want to fight anymore. Like people, they're not inscripted to the Nigerian army. And how are you sure that they're not?
Which the Senate is also trying to pass that bill?
Okay, excuse me. In America, in the United States of America, do you think you can just be enlisted into the military like that? You should undergo SEAL training, their Navy. You should undergo other psychological training. Who is a good psychologist in Nigeria? Go to the airport there. I will beat any one of them psychological, I'm telling you. We don't have good psychologists. Among the Air Force, among Nigerian military, nobody could size somebody up by me looking at your countenance on your face. Thank you. You are trying to send, give amnesty to them. You are going to send them to rehab. Do you know who is rehabilitated and who is not rehabilitated? Look at these people.
Mr. President said it.
He didn't say anything. It's a lie. That's
not correct. No, he cannot talk because he interrupt this man. I think that is high. Now, Mr. President, the so-called Buhari said he will integrate the herdsmen, I mean the Boko Haram into Nigerian army. Even Senate want to pass the bill now. Senate want to pass the bill, but it's ongoing now in Senate. You are telling me it's telling lie. Are you current? Are you sincere?
Number one, I have told you, military cannot integrate Boko Haram they have paddled into the system. It will not possible.
Are you the military? How do you know?
I'm coming. I'm coming now.
No. Are you the military? Are you a military man? How do you know? How do you get your information? But I'm going to Mr. President. I'm going to now Senate. You are telling me it's impossible. How do you get your own information that is impossible?
Number one. Before you are being even absorbed as a soldier in this country, there are processes. No Boko Haram. I bet you. What you're talking to me now is what you read from paper. You don't know anything about the military. You don't have an idea what they are doing. You are only just expressing your opinion. And that your opinion may be wrong or right.
As your own is wrong or right.
That's what I'm saying. That whatever I'm saying here is my own opinion. Okay. I've told you.
Your own opinion might be wrong or right too. Okay, your own opinion might be wrong or right too, and you are misleading a whole lot of people. Lots and lots of people. You are misleading here.
And you begin to degrade the military. Just because you're angry, because you felt that a region is understand me. If amnesty is given to Boko Haram, understand me, it's not left for them. But when I'm saying that to integrate the military into the army, it's a complete fallacy, it's a lie, it's a deception.
It's a brave soldier.
Yeah. Huh? They can't just do it. Understand me? But what is happening in this country is that government should try as much as possible to give those people money. They should empower them because these Boko Haram people, they have money.
Who sponsored them?
They have money. I'm coming.
Who give them money? Do they have
whoever that sponsored them, you know them.
You know them.
No, I'm asking that. You're saying that.
You know them. You say they have money. I said, where do they want to have the money?
Do you know? The money? Excuse me. Much after. Wait. Let's cool down. We know them.
You know them.
I know them. Excuse me. Yes. Let me tell you. Oga, let me tell you. I'm not here to spank on anybody. I'm not here to criticize ourselves. But if any one of us has taken enough THC, you should not come here to destabilize what we are doing here. I look at everybody else's face as I boasted of that. Psychologically, I'm all right. If anybody has taken any substance, THC, to come and destabilize what we are doing here, I don't think God should allow that. If you look at me, I come here to give you the real facts. I'm not trying to say that I'm the best. There are things I don't know, you will tell me, I will add that one to myself, the one I know. Let me tell you, during Jonathan time, Jonathan said, Boko Haram is within my cabinet. Ndume was held responsible then to explain. We know how he maneuvered his way. When Jonathan won election in 2007, someone said, 2007, someone said, no, Yaradua, someone said, no, 2011, someone said, I will make Jonathan's government ungovernable.
Which was Buhari?
Michael, you know it. I knew it then.
We know it.
This my gentleman knows it. He knew it too. Do you understand? So why should we be fighting ourselves when we know the truth that actually our military has been infiltrated by Fulanis? Excuse me, sir. In Edo State, you are defending the military. In Edo State, not only Delta State, the military joined forces with herdsmen and killed farmers as well. In Enugu State, the
same thing.
Everywhere. They come out with military uniform and I ask you a question, you that is defending the military. What is it that made Nigerian military to roll out tanks, went down to Abia State, southeastern Nigeria, start killing innocent people? Because they said we want actualization of Biafra. Simple. Excuse me. Some weeks earlier.
Oh, excuse me. Who invited the military to come there? Your state governors.
Are you sure? How do you know? Can you prove it?
The state governors saw the threats of Nnamdi Kanu.
A threat?
Yes, that's right. Because number one, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. And if you want to become a leader, you must be sworn by oath. And Nnamdi Kanu came and felt that what the government is doing, he didn't like it. And gathered some people and talked about Biafra. You understand me? To me, the originator of Biafra is Ojukwu. And I heard the Ojukwu point and plain. He said, anybody that is fighting for a second Biafra, not there. It's on his own. Then this guy took the same thing, it was Rike, and came and cajoled and did his own caricature. Nnamdi Kanu may have his own opinion, may have his reason why he's fighting for the liberation of people to become Biafra. And I still stand people and ask them, what is the meaning of Biafra? I'm a Nigerian, a proud Igbo man. I don't know the meaning of Biafra.
You're not an Igbo man. You're a traitor. You're a fake Igbo man. You're a traitor. If you don't know the meaning of Biafra, you are not supposed to be an Igbo man.
Excuse me.
You explain to him.
Okay. Excuse me.
Since he doesn't know the meaning of
Biafra. Let me explain Biafra to you. Let me explain Biafra.
This mentally disorder.
Excuse me. A man who says, excuse me. A man who does not know the meaning of Biafra in this particular era we are could as well not tell us the meaning of Nigeria. He could not know the meaning of Biafra, Nigeria as well. Let me tell you the point. I look at this man. This man is my senior. Yes, you are my senior. Yeah, let me explain Biafra to you. Do you know Biafra? The meaning of Biafra? Biafra is a Portuguese language. It's a Portuguese word. Listen, Biafra is not Igbo language. Biafra is Portuguese. Wait, Biafra stretches from Bight of Guinea to Bight of Bonny here. Everybody, the whole country, communities that face the international waters from Bight of Guinea to Bight of Bonny are declared Biafrans. It's not Igbo language. Let me name them for you. Okay. If you see any community whose women, their women are putting two wrappers, they are Biafrans. Yeah, stretching from Idoma, Egala, Igbo, Edo, some part of Edo, then the whole Deltans, Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, everybody, they are Akwa Cross River, they are Biafrans. Excuse me, you are not Igbo man. You are not an Igbo man.
When I see my Igbo brothers, I tell them the truth. Yoruba, I mean, that's right. Nigeria is like a piece of cake. That's right. Yorubas are cutting their own cake and developing Lagos. The Hausas are cutting their own cake and developing Abuja. The Igbos now, they cannot just take a particular place. Is it Owerri? Is it Aba? Is it Onitsha or Oka or whatever thing? Or Enugu? And said, let us develop. Nothing. And you're talking about Biafra. I have told them that let's talk about Igbo nation. From there, Biafra will rise. You've not talked about Igbo nation at all. Today, we have three major, listen, we have three major tribes. And these three major tribes now, understand me? Other tribes are looking at it.
Who's cake?
So today,
Mr. Chus, who's cake they are cutting?
Finish now.
Hey, we cannot leave him. He's misleading others. He's misleading others. Mr. Chus,
I'm in Lagos right now.
Who's cake are they cutting?
I'm in Lagos right now. Very soon, you will find out that everybody can access Lagos from any angle in this west. The train is going to Ibadan right now. From Ibadan to curve down to this, you can access Lagos is the central point. If you go to the north now, everybody can access Abuja. They are not shifting the train to
Mr. Mike, Lagos, excuse me, Lagos did not develop by the west. Lagos was developed by the colonial masters. Yes. Abuja is not developed by the north. Abuja is developed by resources from the east. Was developed by the east.
Yes.
Was developed by the whole Nigeria.
Yes.
Tell me the federal presence in the east. Tell me the federal presence in the east. We have trade fair in Lagos, trade fair in Kaduna, west trade fair in the east, federal trade fair in the east. No, tell me. This man is misleading people.
You cannot be giving him mic because this guy is misleading Nigerians. Let me tell you, he says the North are cutting. The North are cutting their own cake to develop North. Which North is developed? Which North is developed? Where are they investing those cake they are cutting?
Mr. Mark, I'm asking a question. I have come down. He said he's an Igbo man. What is your state?
He's proving his own point.
No. I want to ask him a question. No, excuse me, Mr. Mike. He says he's an Igbo man. What is your state? What is your local government? What is your father's name? What is your town? Can you tell me your town? Can you tell me your village? Can you tell me your kindred? Who is your father? Who is your grandfather? You are an Igbo man. Ask him questions.
You've asked him millions of questions. Let him answer you.
I can only answer you if we are in the court of law or in the police station. You understand me? Now, Mike, let me explain to you now. During Jonathan regime, understand me? Most people who had offices were from the southeast. We had Pius Ayim. We have all those ones, you know. We have the secretary, Pius Ayim. We have Okonjo-Iweala. We have so on. They are all from the southeast. Tell me, what did they do? Nothing.
During Jonathan's regime.
I'm telling you, the Igbos were there. Let us be honest. Let us see things from dispassionately. Now, when they now left.
I thought his explanation. Leadership can rise up, not to go against him. If leadership was Igbo man, when he wants to put Nigeria to correct by suppressing Boko Haram, they don't rise up against him. He's an Igbo man.
This is not a Calabar man talking. This is not the other.
He's not an Igbo man. He's not an Igbo man. He's a fake Igbo. He's not an Igbo man. Now I asked him a question. He said we cannot deploy him unless it's a court law.
Every Igbo man get marks. If you look at this man, go see own here.
I asked him a question.
It's not all. It's not an Igbo.
Excuse me, Mr. Mike. I asked him a question now. He said he cannot reply me unless in the court law, which means he don't know where he come from. He don't know his father. He don't know his mother. He don't know
public
because he came from an Igbo man, and now I'm an Igbo man. I came from Imo State. Is that local government south? Dimago, my town.
You are holding my mind.
I'm in Nigeria, a proud Igbo man.
No, it's not
understand me? I did all my education in Ebola, understand me? You know what I'm saying? But I stand in truth, and I will say the truth. I've asked them, when Jonathan was the president, the people who were around him, his cabinet, were from the southeast. What did they do?
Before he was voted out.
That's right. What did
by
they do?
Nigerians.
By Nigerians. What did they do? They can ask that. Now they're hanging on Nnamdi Kanu about Biafra issue. I keep on telling them, talk about Igbo nation. Biafra will rise from there. You can then have a foundation and begin to do what? You don't. What is Biafra? They don't know. I still ask them. He has not told me the meaning of Biafra. He started telling expansion of Biafra this and so. Those people are expanding or bringing. They are no longer Biafra again.
Who tell you? How do you know?
Oh God, you are a dunce.
Yes, no.
This man is a dunce. He doesn't know anything about Biafra.
Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike. No.
I need to say
Mr.
that
Mike.
is a dunce.
Mr. Mike, listen.
No, this guy is a dunce.
Listen.
He doesn't know what he's saying.
I asked him about his local government, his town, his father. He wasn't able to tell us.
No,
He wasn't able to tell us what did Igbo man do. Igbo man built Nigerian economy. It was when Jonathan was there that Nigerian economy rise up well. It was when Igbo man was there that Boko Haram was suppressed. And the Northerners were crying against Igbo man. The North and the West rise up against Igbo man. Say Igbo man should go. Now Jonathan go with Igbo man. See Nigerian economy. Igbos are trying. Show me the Abeokuta Express Road. Is it Yoruba that built it? But the Express Road, is it Yoruba that is it not federal government? Why not federal government build one in Igbo land? Are we Igbo to take our money to build federal institution in Igbo land? Don't we have a water system or federal character to build something on our own side? Third Mainland Bridge, was it built by Yoruba? Is it not by federal government? Why can't Second Niger Bridge be built? Other bridges that leak up to build. Railway they are building, was it built by Yoruba or by Hausa? Is it not by federal government? Why not federal government built in Igbo land? This is why you're asking. The state Igbo governors are trying. Even if they are trying to build our place, but about the resources they give us.
Jonathan time.
Eh?
No, we need to
that
wrap
man is
it
a
up
fuck
here,
up.
gentlemen. We need to wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
That
coming.
man is a fuck up.
God bless you, sir. All right. And this is where we say goodbye to you on today's edition of Bystander South News Times on Flip TV. Viewers, endeavor to join us next time as we bring you another interesting topic from the news times. Of course, you know Michael Adekunle is my name. The man behind the camera, of course, you know him. Festus Oluwabukunmi, keeping it real on Flip TV. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.